Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Hardcore. Now in the previous episode we did a lot of work around here. We built a forest, a sawmill, a few farmhouses, some beautiful ruins and of course a river. And everything is looking spectacular. Our village is also looking spectacular, although at this stage I will admit that during construction some of the contractors might have cut a few corners and left some things unfinished. But we are here to rectify that today. So let's get to work. And in case you haven't picked up on what I'm trying to say yet, we are going to be working on some interiors today. And no, unfortunately, we're not going to be working on this particular interior today. I don't feel quite up to that yet, but we are going to be working on the interiors of all the houses and the big buildings down in the village. And I'm going to get some villagers into the village because at the moment it's feeling very empty and very dead. But to do that, I need some interior building supplies like some wool. And of course, some spruce wood. Plenty of this is going to be required because I want to make lots of decorations like barrels, composters, etc, etc. And the third thing that I'm going to be needing is a lot of clay. I want to put some pots everywhere. The new pots are beautiful and I think it's time that I start using them a bit more extensively. So let's get some clay and then let's melt that clay into some bricks so we can start using it to make some pots, flower pots, etc, etc. Here we go. And let's get these puppies in there. And with all of that done, we are ready to get building. So let's grab our shulker box full of interior supply goodies and let's get busy. Now the first piece of decorating that we're going to do isn't actually interior. No, it's this little piece over here that I have been neglecting week after week after week, and it's time to set that right. So first things first, let's get this stone out of the way here, and then I'm going to need some dirt to fill it up with, but I didn't bring any dirt with me, so let's go find our dirt chest. I think it's this one. Just grab a stack, that ought to do, and then let's just pop these 5 cobblestones into the cobblestone chest. And then we can get back to doing a little bit of decorating right over here. We're just going to fill this up with dirt for a start. And then I'm thinking perhaps a little bit of a path here. A tree might be nice. And I think if we plant a tree here, we can make a path going from the stairs of the cathedral to the other path. And there we go. We have dug out where we want to place the path. Now all we need is some brick slabs and some granite slabs. We also have a fountain that we want to put in here. And thanks to the magic of video editing, we don't have to wait long at all. And there we go. Is that not looking absolutely spectacular? Our path is in, we've got our little fountain, and everything over here, including our tree, is looking beautiful. And that means that we can get started with the interior decorating. And we're going to be starting with this house over here. Now, as you can see, there's absolutely nothing going on inside just yet, and I don't really have any idea what I want to do here at the moment. So I'm just going to start with my box of beds. And here we go with said box of beds. I've got a bunch of different colors in here, and I'm going to start off with some lime beds. I think the first one is going to go somewhere over there. The next one maybe right here on the other side. And then I've got a lovely orange bed, and I'm going to use that to make a big double bed on the other side. Next, we need to replace the torches that was on the ground with some lanterns. And then I'll add some end tables next to the beds here, also known as barrels. And let's get it in the right orientation. There we go. And then we need some greenery, and for that we're going to be using some composters, and we're going to be using some of the big pots that we have now. And I'm going to put one in that corner, and I think I'll put another one in the other corner. And then we're going to use those to make some beautiful little indoor trees. And we're going to turn these 2 end tables into a handy little desk. And the desk, of course, also needs a little bit of decoration, so let's get a flower pot on this end. And you might have noticed that I've been rearranging some of the furniture just to make it fit a little better and to make it look a little nicer. Next up, let's complete our trees with some flowering azalea leaves. I've just got a dead bush in a flower pot on top of the pots, and it does make a beautiful small tree. Over here, we're going to put a cherry bonsai, and then I think on the desk, we'll have a beautiful little acacia bonsai, and this room is looking great. And over here we have a parrot that's been sitting here for who knows how long, and I think it's time that he and I become friends. Hop on, buddy. And I'm going to introduce him to my house parrot because I think he needs a friend. And just look at the two of them getting along like a house on fire. They are really enjoying themselves and they enjoy the company, but for now they have to sit down so I can get back to work. And we've made some great progress on this interior. It is pretty much done, so let's pop inside and take a look. And as you can see, the bedroom is completely finished, as is the rest of the house. Over here we have a kitchen with some food ready to be cooked. We also have this area here that I'm not 100% sure if I want to add anything in here still. But we've got a table with some food on it, we've got the bedroom, and with that, this house is pretty much done. So let's move on to the next. And we have been a busy boy. Just look at this, a full interior on this house. We've got some beds at the top, another little bedroom down there, and then we've got a beautiful kitchen down here. But wait, that's not all. Over in this little house over here, we have an interior as well. It's not as big as the others, but it is comfortable, it is cozy, and it is looking really beautiful. And next up, the Masons Guild. Now this is going to be a bit of a bigger build as we've got 3 floors, we've got 4 rooms, we've got 2 hallways, and then of course we have the big hallway at the bottom where the masons are going to be working. So first things first, let's get some lanterns in here, get rid of the torches on the floor. I think this one needs to move over 1 in that direction, and then we'll add 1 in this room. This is the tiniest room of the lot, and a few more in the hallway. So 1 over here. And then perhaps 1 on the other end. And I think this is going to be a pretty big job. It'll take a lot of time, so it's time for some more editing magic. And with that, everything is pretty much done. I just want to change this picture because we already have King Graham on the other side of the hall. Oh, come on! There we go. And then we can remove our composters, and I think all we still need to add is 1 painting above the stairway. So let's get some composters in there, and let's put the painting up there, and with that, let's take a tour. Starting of course with the upstairs hallway looking beautiful, the upstairs rooms all cozy and ready to receive some masons who can do with a good night's rest. The second floor is also completed, with the hallway looking spectacular, the rooms perhaps tiny but very comfortable. And then downstairs we have the grand hall where the masons will be doing their work. They can have meetings and they can assemble the Mason Council. And then you might notice I've blocked off the stairs going to the upper levels, just so we don't have any villagers running up there when we bring them in and latching onto a barrel or a decorative composter. And now it's time to bring in the masons, and we're going to start off by laying down some rails. And then we gotta go collect the people. So let's get our minecarts into the dispenser, and 1, 2, 3, and a 4th villager. And okay, that one didn't pick up anybody. Perhaps I need to open the breeder and get some more people in the chamber, but I think I messed up. Because I did not close the loop, and so all of these guys have gone directly to the Masons Guild without getting zombified and cured, and yes, here they are, alright. That means we need to get them back into the chamber, and then hopefully this time we can get them zombified. And here we go, all of them are in the chamber. We've got the rails all switched in the right direction, so we can press the button, and then Bob can get to work. I think Bob is seeing me, so let me just move over. Let's just move over here, and there we go. Bob is doing his job with plenty of aplomb. And then let's get Oh, hang on a second. Aw, Bob brought his son to work. Isn't that cute? I didn't even know it was Bring Your Son to Work Day. Hello, little Bobby. How are you doing? Bob, you have raised a beautiful child. Oh, quite rude of him, but anyway, let's get back to business. And all of our villagers have now been zombified, which means we can grab a splash potion of weakness, we can grab some golden apples, and get curing them. So here goes potion number 1. And I think I might have missed the 2 in the back and hit only the 2 in the front, which means I have wasted a potion. Yep, he's not having any of the apple. So I need to get another potion and another splash. And that just annoys me, because now I have 1 less potion. Fortunately, they are easy enough to make, and I've got plenty of spider eyes. So there we go, our first 4 candidates are on the mend. And we've got our first 4 masons in the guild, and they are doing splendidly. But it's time to get the next batch ready. I've opened up the breeder, as I said earlier, because I had it on pause for a while. And let's go get some more villagers. These guys are ready for the job. They can do with a little bit of training, but we've got Bob to take care of all the training they need. Now, before we send them up, let's make sure we don't do the stupid thing we did earlier and send them straight out the door. There we go. That will send the first one to the correct block. And there he go. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Ah, goodness, that's not what we wanted either. Okay, let's get in there and, yeah, hello, child. You're not what we wanted. And another child, I don't care. I don't know how many children I've got in this breeder, but let's hope that's the last of them, and in the next trip, we'll get some actual adults. Otherwise, we just need to wait for them to grow up. And there we go. We've got 2 adults, we've got 2 children, and as I said, we've got nothing to do until these 2 grow up, and I can start zombifying them. So, let's do something else while we're waiting for that. And I was just testing out the beds here, very comfortable indeed, and nobody has made me any breakfast. That is really terrible. However, let's take a look inside the Masons Guild, and as you can see, all of these guys are absolute masters of their craft. But next up, we are going to tackle the interior of the Purple Parrot Inn. And here it is. Beautiful, magnificent, known throughout the lands for its delicious ale. And there's a skeleton here somewhere. There it is. Oh, goodness. Okay, this guy is serious. Let's take care of him. I think Mr. Iron Golem is going to be a bit late for this one. But there we go. Skeleton taken care of. Sir, you were very late. Now, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, we are going to be doing the interior for the Purple Parrot Inn, and I think down here we're going to have the bar area, perhaps some tables and chairs where the people can sit and have a drink. But first things first, let's replace the torches on the floor with some lanterns. And we'll put one on this side, one in the middle, and one on the far side. So here we go, and okay, I don't think there's any way to center this one, is there? No, there is not. But I think the 2 of them will do the job just fine. So let's hit that magic edit button. And the bottom floor is complete, looking very cozy indeed. And as you can see, we've got the bar area here where the bartender can serve the drinks. Howdy y'all, what'll you be having? Whiskey, beer? I have no idea what that accent was, and I'm very sorry. But it's time to get to work on the upper floors, and the first thing I need to do is make some actual rooms, because at the moment both of the upper floors are just big open plan rooms, and I'm going to be building the rooms with some terracotta just to get a little bit of color variation and a bit of texture variation. So let's get this wall in here. I think that would be the first room. Now to decorate it. And we have done a lot of decorating indeed. All of the rooms are in place. All of the rooms have been decorated. And the second floor is complete. We've got the big room over here, a nice double bed. And this is one of the deluxe rooms, which comes with an armor stand, a bunch of paintings, and a closet. And you won't believe that the closet is completely empty, of course. The second floor is done. It's time to tackle the third floor. But first, a beer. And finally, ladies and gents, we have decorated all of the rooms, we have done the interiors, and we've let a bunch of villagers out of the breeder, and you can see them milling about, going about their day, and providing some real life to this beautiful village. Inside here, we have a very, very excited man who is enjoying his house very much, and who wouldn't be excited by this beautiful bedroom. In the kitchen, we can see the butcher cooking up some of his famous pulled pork. And then let's make our way over to the Masons Guild, because in here we have, count them, 10 masons all ready to get to work, and we've opened up the stairway as well so they can get to the upper floors. We've added a few more decorations and everything in here is looking absolutely beautiful. If we go upstairs, you can see all of the rooms ready to receive the tired masons. Next up, let's make our way over to the Purple Parrot Inn and let's take a look at what is going on over there. First off, we have the bottom floor, which is the bar area, and this is where the people sing and drink the night away. On the second floor, we've added a few more decorations, some barrels, some trees, and we've got 2 rooms that are looking gorgeous. Over here we have a table where some of the guests can have a private dinner or just sit down and discuss some business deals. And then we have the top floor. I think we could do with a little bit more light in this corner, but I'm not going to be too bothered about it. Over here we have a tiny room, small but cozy. And over here we have another small room, not quite as tiny as the last, but over here, ladies and gents, the biggest room at the inn, and you can see it is beautifully decorated as well. But that, ladies and gents, is all we have time for today. I do hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you did, and if you want to see some more, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But this is Fungusaurus Rex saying, until next time, beautiful people, stay awesome. Bye-bye.